Yes, welcome back students for our 5th lesson under Organic Chemistry 1. We are still dealing with the hydrocarbons, that is alkanes. Just to remind you, hydrocarbons are divided into 3 classes: alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. Now we started by looking at the alkanes, and that one brings us to our objective today. At the end of this session, you must be able to name the alkanes. So we are going to practice naming of alkanes. That is why we are here today. And we have some examples. Just to remind you what we learned last time, we looked at the rules, the IUPAC rules that we apply in naming. And the IUPAC rules that we used, that is the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry rules in naming these compounds. One, we say that the first thing that you must do is to identify the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms. That one will give you what is called the parent name. And then number 2, we are supposed to number the carbon atoms and considering the branches. The branches can be the alkyl groups or can be halogens, where we talked of fluoro for fluorine, chloro for chlorine, bromo for bromine, and iodo for iodine. Now, today, without wasting time, let us start by looking at our first example. So we are given, name the following structures. Name the following structures. So our number A, which we are going to do here together, is CH3. Then we have C, then a bracket, then CH3, then 2, then CH2, then we have CH3. Now, if you look at this structure, it is condensed. Something is condensed here. So the best way to name this structure is to draw an open structure, open structural formula. So let us open it up. We have carbon number 1, carbon 2, so we have 2 carbons, C, then another C. Then this one means it is a branch. This bracket indicates that this CH3, 2 of them are branches. So we move to this carbon. Move to this carbon. Then we move to this one. Then now we check the number of hydrogen atoms. The first carbon has 3 hydrogen atoms. This one. So it has 3. Meaning now we put the first one, the second one, the third one. Those are 3. Then the second carbon has CH3. This CH3, these are branches. Where do we get these branches? They are located on that carbon. So we have one CH3 and another CH3. We have accounted for the 2. Then this carbon has 2 hydrogen. One here and one there. And then the last carbon has 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. That is the structure. Now this one is easier to name. We can now apply the IUPAC system of naming by first considering the longest continuous chain. Longest continuous chain. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the longest is 4. You can say 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, an alkane with 4 carbon atoms is called butane. So the parent name, is butane. Why? It has 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 1, parent name. Step 2, we are supposed to number the carbon atoms, the longest continuous chain, either from the right or from the left. But you should consider the branches. We have 2 branches here. These branches must be assigned the lowest possible number. So if you number this chain from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 2 branches will be at carbon number 3. If you start from here, they are at carbon number 3. Okay, let's remove this. What if I decide to number them from the left, this side? This is my number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So the branches will be at carbon number 2. So between 2 and 3, 2 is the lower number. Therefore, we will number from the left. Now, then the next step is to identify the branches. This one here is called a methyl. And this one is also called a methyl. So the branch, where do we get the branch? The branches at carbon number 2. So we have the first methyl, this one here, at carbon number 2. So we have 2 for the first methyl. Then you put a comma. Then this methyl is also at carbon number 2. Another 2. Now, how many methyls do we have? Methyl groups? There are 2. So we use di. If there are 3, you can use tri. So this one, we put a dash, an hyphen, then we say dimethyl. So those are 2 parts. Now we combine them. We combine the 2 names, the parent name and the branch. We start with the branch. So we start with the branch, which is 2, comma, 2 for this methyl. Another 2 for this methyl. Then dimethyl, or we call it methyl. Yeah, dimethyl or methyl. Butane. So this one is the name of our compound. It is 2,2 dimethyl butane. 2, okay, the longest chain is a butane, 4 carbon atoms. The first branch is a methyl at carbon number 2. The second branch is another methyl at carbon number 2. So 2,2 dimethyl butane. That is our first example. Now we move on to the second one and see what do we have. What do we have? Yes, that is our second example. This one is our second example. So we have CH3, that is C, that is B, CH3. Then we have CH. Then we have CH2. Then we have CH. Yes. Another CH. And then CH3. I hope I have all the common 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm okay. So here we have bromine atom. And here again, we have another bromine atom. And then we have a chlorine. Then now we have two options. The longest chain. Okay, here we only have one chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the parent name, the parent or the root name is hexane. That is the hexane. That is the parent name. Now then we have the branch. The branch. What do we have for the branch? We have bromo, another bromo, chloro. So let us number from the other side. If you number from here, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have bromo, then these branches, chloro, bromo, bromo. These branches normally follow alphabetical order. So B will come before C. The first B, this one here, is at carbon number 2, 3. So we have 3 bromo. Now, so you number the carbon atoms. After numbering the carbon atoms, then you identify the branches. So let us leave it there and connect in the second segment.